Good evening, sir. Mr. Diefenbaker. Have a seat. I know you must be busy today, but thank you for taking your time here. Now, you want to maybe introduce yourself first, because some of us may not know your background. But of course, I know you're a Prime Minister, but is there any other details that we don't know? Well, I know you were the former Prime Minister, but is there any other details that you could give us? Like, for example, your past, your childhood memories or something like that? Oh wow, you were part of the Canadian Army during World War I, and you made lieutenant? That is impressive indeed. Anyways, moving on. When you started politics, what party did you side with, and for what reasons? Well, if the Conservative Party does share the same views on the free trade and independence from the U.S., then I guess that would be a good reason to side with them. And how was your time with the Conservative Party? Did you meet with a lot of success? Well, I'm not sure that every single political career starts off amazing then, but to lose every single run for your first decade seems to be quite discouraging. I'm amazed that you even continue to remain in politics for as long as you did. Well, I suppose that it is true. To be successful at something, you need to have the motivation to stick by it to the end. Well, when did your first political campaign start with you as the head? And how did your run as the leader of the Saskatchewan Conservatives go? Well, at least you were continuously moving up. Being put on the House Committee on the Defense of Canada Regulations is quite the step up. Moving on, the 1957 election, your time finally came. You were elected as the 13th Prime Minister of Canada, which is not really a good number. And with that, you made a speech that captivated the hearts of your people. Care to elaborate on it? Indeed, your speeches were taken real seriously by the people. Many of the media at the time quoted you. A new hope, a new soul for Canada. Your entire campaign was based for the people, and it seems you didn't disappoint. What would be some notable accomplishments that you made during your time? I can see that some of the things you did, you had achieved a lot of firsts for our country. Like, for example, appointing the first female cabinet member to start. Finally, allowing people of First Nation origins to vote. According to the history books, you also played a role in international affairs. I see. Helping out the South African government and establishing a wheat market in China is quite an accomplishment. But of all the accomplishments, which one is the one that stood out the most for you? Ah yes, the Canadian Bill of Rights. Mr. Diefenbaker, that was a huge thing indeed, which guaranteed the fundamental rights of the people. While these are notable things indeed, there have been some bumps on your road for you as well. Can you tell me or name a few of them for me? Yes, it was known that you quarreled a lot with the British government about your choices, as well as it being known that you and the president of that time, Kennedy, had a bad relationship. But I think what the people remember the most would be the cancellation of the Aero project. Yes, that project was the state of the art, and with it, it was speculated that the Canadian aviation would skyrocket and be years ahead of everyone else. Yet, you decided to cancel it, even in favor of using American products instead. Well, a project like that would come with a high cost, but still something like that should be worth with the price. And this sudden cancellation also cost you some confidence with the people as well. Anyways, I believe time's up, and even though you had some rough beginnings and obstacles during your time, you still did accomplish quite a bit and made a huge impact on us today. Thank you very much for your time today, Mr. Diefenbaker. Well, have a good evening, sir. I'll walk you out. Go this way, please. Thank you.